a brand new DLC for The Witcher 3 might be happening much sooner than anyone expected. According to a recent report from Insider Gaming, a new expansion for The Witcher 3 is currently in development, and what makes this especially interesting is who is working on it. The report claims that the DLC is being developed by Fool's Theory, the same studio that is currently working on The Witcher 1 remake. This immediately adds credibility to the rumor because Fool's Theory is already deeply involved with the Witcher franchise and has direct ties to CD Projekt Red. The report goes on to say that this isn't just a small content update or a simple anniversary patch, but an actual paid DLC, which is a big deal considering The Witcher 3 originally launched back in 2015. Now, this information was later spotted and expanded upon by Eurogamer. According to them, Polish Noble Securities analyst Mateusz Krzyżanowski spoke about the possibility of The Witcher 3's new DLC releasing in May 2026. He stated that the expansion would be developed by Fool's Theory and, more importantly, that it would play a key role in CD Projekt Red's future plans. According to Krzyżanowski, this new Witcher 3 DLC is expected to kick off the proper marketing campaign for The Witcher 4. In other words, CD Projekt Red may be planning to use this expansion as a bridge between the current Witcher saga and the next major chapter of the franchise. Krzyżanowski also predicted that The Witcher 4 itself is expected to release in Q4 2027, which lines up with what we already know about CD Projekt Red's development timelines. These are massive RPGs that take years to make, and a late 2027 release would make a lot of sense. Now, Eurogamer didn't just take this information at face value. They followed up on the original source of the rumor, Borysny Pielak, who stated that the information regarding The Witcher 3's 2026 DLC has been verified by several independent sources. That's an important detail because when multiple sources are confirming the same thing independently, the chances of the rumor being true increase significantly. Pielak also pointed to a statement made during CD Projekt Red's most recent earnings call. During that call, the company stated, and I quote, "Given our current progress, there is a chance that new content hinted upon in recent calls and reports may see release in the coming year." That line alone is very telling. It doesn't confirm anything directly, but it clearly suggests that new content is coming and that the company is already far enough into development to be confident about a potential release window. Of course, when asked directly about these rumors, CD Projekt Red responded with their usual statement saying that the company does not comment on rumor or speculation. On the surface, that might seem like a non-answer, but in reality, it tells us quite a lot. Here's why this matters. When a rumor is completely false or begins to spiral out of control, studios will often shut it down immediately. This is especially true for publicly traded companies like CD Projekt Red, who have to manage investor expectations and avoid unnecessary stock price fluctuations caused by misinformation. If these claims about a Witcher 3 DLC were completely untrue, the company could have easily said something along the lines of, "We have no plans for additional DLC for The Witcher 3. But they didn't. Instead, Eurogamer later posted an update stating that CD Projekt stuck to their standard corporate response, refusing to comment either way. And in the gaming industry, this kind of silence often acts as a soft confirmation. When a rumor is genuinely wrong, PR teams usually deny it outright. But when a company refuses to deny a rumor, especially one that includes specific details like a release year, a development studio, and a strategic purpose, it usually means one thing: they're not ready to announce it yet. And honestly, that silence is pretty loud. If CD Projekt were doing absolutely nothing with The Witcher 3, they would have shut this down immediately. There would be no reason to let these rumors continue circulating. The fact that they haven't done that strongly suggests that something is indeed happening behind the scenes. At this point, it's becoming increasingly clear that a new Witcher 3 DLC is in development. Whether it ends up releasing in May 2026 exactly, or slightly later, remains to be seen, but the DLC itself now feels more like a matter of when, not if. The bigger question is what this expansion will actually be. Will it serve as a final send-off for Geralt of Rivia? Will it focus on Ciri and help transition the series into its next era? Or could it introduce brand new characters and storylines that directly connect to The Witcher 4? Whatever the case, using The Witcher 3, one of the most beloved RPGs of all time, as a marketing bridge for the next game is a very smart move. It brings players back into the world, refreshes interest in the franchise, and builds momentum heading into the next major release. So, let me know what you think. Would you actually want to play another Witcher 3 DLC more than 10 years after the game's original release? And what should it focus on, Geralt, Ciri, or an entirely new Witcher? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more gaming news, rumors, and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.